Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session of the Oxford Well English Symposium 2022. I'm Frankie Lau, head of Oxford University Press China. We have team members in Hong Kong and mainland China. We have edited, produced, and managed English-Chinese bilingual dictionaries and grammars, print and digital, targeted for global Chinese communities. Most of our readers, however, based in the Greater China region. In this session, we talk about our New Words Collection program, which is connected to Well in many ways. The New Words Collection program in the Greater China region is run by the dictionaries team of OUP China. Though the program was only started in 2021, it had been planned for a few years before that, operating model, tools, and essential trainings. It is an ongoing assignment for the team, which aims to support content updates of our English to Chinese bilingual dictionaries. Our team is responsible for collecting and selecting new words, and we work with experienced ELT lexicographers based in Oxford to compile, edit, and finalize the entries. Our audience are native speakers of English. So, from selection criteria to writing guidelines, the needs of learners of contemporary English are prioritized. These new words will be published on print, online, or in digital media. Due to limited extent of space, I'll be able to include all new words in next print editions. But it's always possible to publish them in our websites and dictionary apps. We find now is one of the best moments to set up this New Words program. First, English is surely one of the top second languages to learn in our region, because English is a lingua franca. To acquire good command of English is the key to learning and communication. Secondly, since the times, we have rapid economic development, especially in mainland China. This makes both government and individuals prioritize education, not only science and subjects, but also language. So English is simply a key to effective learning. Then Chinese accelerated growth in the recent decade captures virtually global attention to Chinese cultural trends. This means much more people who do not speak Chinese would need effective medium to learn the country, the people, and new developments and trends there. English is certainly an essential medium for this. Lastly, the Chinese are also on learning about the world to grow themselves, promote their products, and share their culture and values with the world. Once again, English has become a good medium. So when we set up the New Words program, we have identified a few objectives. First, the program aims to collect hot and trendy terms of popular semantic domains in the region, whether they originated from these communities or not. Hot and trendy do not mean we may casually collect terms which have high frequency only within a bit of time. Also, the candidate are not limited to those have frequent use mainly within the Greater China region. Instead, we would consult internal corpora for monitoring new words in English media too, candidates' forms and usage in the English. We also aim to study and identify established word or word forms, modern or historical, which precisely interpret Chinese objects or concepts. We focus on specific semantic domains which generate more interest in the non-Chinese world. Lastly, we would like to provide more timely updates to our lexical reference bases and products to support learning and studies of the English language. no limitation of extent, we plan to make new entries be available to our dictionary app subscribers on quarterly basis. Apparently, Chinese-related entries in OED captures growing interest in global Chinese community. Our new words program is not part of perhaps for the time being. It is, however, related to OED in some ways. For example, the selection and inclusion criteria are much inspired by OED. In the recent decade, people in the Greater China region had more World English and paid more attention to World English because of the rapid spread of information through media. And Chinese are often thrilled to learn some Chinese-related objects or concepts are included by OED. When you do advanced search by choosing language of origin in the OED site, you would find over 230 entries labeled for their Chinese-related origins. So let's take a few examples here. In the first group, feng shui, jiao, and qigong are borrowing from Mandarin directly. They are also generally popular in the non-Chinese world. But please note, the Chinese terms are borrowed from different Chinese communities. In the second group, dim sum is from Cantonese, which specifically refers to Cantonese-style snack or a meal consisting of this. Boba is from Cantonese too, but it actually refers to a cold drink of Taiwanese origin. Now, a long translation bubble tea is also commonly used in English, and bubble tea is included in ED too. The third group are terms originated from Hong Kong, means a cashier, especially at a car park. And sitting out area is chiefly Hong Kong English, which means a small outdoor public space with seating in a built urban area. So from these examples, you can see Chinese-related entries originated from different language and dialect sources, which are chiefly spoken by different communities or in different locations. So our new words program should accommodate this too. This little complexity probably attracted some Chinese academics' attention. They have been systematically studying Chinese-related entry OED from the recent decade. And some suggest that actually over 500 OED entries and phrases originated from or are related to Chinese. Food and drink, politics, and culture are the top three semantic domains of Chinese-related entries. Other popular domains include religion, language and dialect, and festivals. Going back to our new words program, just in the beginning stage, we have not connected many candidates by now. But here we can share a few entries which have not been included in OED. These words are not necessarily from Chinese language or its dialects, but they are objects or concepts frequently mentioned or discussed in the region. We must all agree the COVID-19 pandemic has brought so much impact on our lives and creates new and trendy words. For example, here you can see coach, health code, and mobile cabinet hospital. Coaching has been discussed rather frequently since the vaccines came out and later in context about logistics. Health code is an e-passport that reports the real-time health conditions in China since early 2020, and it has virtually an inseparable companion to people in China. Mobile cabinet hospital, which is also as shelter hospital, makeshift hospital, or Fangcang hospital, refers to a hospital rapidly built or converted from an existing public building such as a stadium. As mentioned previously, accelerated growth attracts attention to Chinese culture and trends. Therefore, we find mini program, self-media, OL, and Golden Week are viable candidates too. So mini program is a small program with limited features that can be accessed and used on the bigger app, especially popular in China. If you have heard about an app called WeChat, then you should know mini program is a very common feature within WeChat. Self-media and KOL are very popular in social marketing contexts in China. Self-media may be more commonly used within China at the moment. KOL, however, has started to make more footprint outside China. I remember when I mentioned the term KOL to friends and colleagues in Oxford 2 years ago. None of them had heard about this. But in recent couple of years, KOL, or the full form key opinion leader, is a bit more comprehensible in the non-Chinese world, as it is discussed and often compared with influencer. Lastly, Golden Week. Families, friends in China, you would know it is somewhat like the Thanksgiving holiday in the US, that it is one of the busiest travel periods of the year. And many of you may agree before the pandemic that its impact on tourism is globally. Certainly, there are few candidates originated from Chinese, as the object or concept described is from has achieved its biggest impact in. So here are two examples. So as you can see, the first one, Danmu. Danmu sometimes as bullet screen or bullet screen comment. It's a feature on some video websites that enables viewers to make comments that are shown on the video time, or a comment make in this way. Danmu was invented in China, but it has made biggest impact in China so far, and then obtained more attention globally. It is a popular audience engagement tool. It also has become a topic of academic research. The other example is one, Tangping, or lying flat. So Tangping, either in one or two words, literally means lying flat. And now it is widely used its metaphorical meaning as a lifestyle that someone rejects the competitive work culture in society and adopt a low desire and indifferent attitude towards life. Lately, Tangping has also been compared with the great Western world too. Our New West program has been kicked off and running for less than a year. We aim to enhance the quality of content and efficiency and cost-effective model. Here are a few things we plan to work out or achieve. Ideally, and perhaps most importantly, we would like to build and maintain specific corpora to monitor the English language and Chinese language in the Greater China region, or even some foreign Chinese communities, such as Malaysia and Thailand. Besides region, we want to focus on key semantic domains too. We appreciate content contribution by both academics and language enthusiasts. And reading program of OED has been proved an effective model. We also consider adopting crowdsourcing, like using chatbot and monitoring failure searches of our websites and dictionary apps. Certainly, we are looking for access to resources of language research for both modern and historical texts. Lastly, about future plans. Domain model would be an effective approach that we may focus on semantic domains with bigger social interest, higher cultural importance, and linguistic significance, for example. Here are some prioritized domains with reference to social, economic, and political development in the Greater China region. These include internet, computing, and technology. And for this one, I think AI is a very good example. In commercial context, e-commerce is one of the key areas to look at in the region. As mentioned previously, politics and law, social life, including food and drink, entertainment, and sports, should be covered too. Other popular domains, medicine and health, civil engineering, manufacturing, art and culture, etc. We're keen on collaborating with OED, as the team contains expertise and resources in terms of research and editorial about lexicography in English language. And we hope to contribute our knowledge of Chinese language and culture to any related future World English editions. So we also look forward to invite more experts and readers to join us to deliver quality contents. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.